morning, everyone. Thanks so much for your submissions to our workshop, our New Ways of Seeing theme, and this the first of 3 workshops. And this is a collaborative, participative event. And the idea is to help authors improve their papers with an eye toward submission, if you wish, to our New Ways of Seeing special issue. And if not, then a regular submission to AMJ.
Many of the papers will draw from different kinds of statistical methods to allow us to, have new insights in terms of new ways of seeing. I think it's likely that perhaps especially because of this call, there will be a number of interesting qualitative papers, as we do have here in our workshop.
I'm interested in bottom of the pyramid communities. So typically
the delegates have submitted abstracts to the workshop. It was quite competitive. In fact, we had many more projects submitted than we could actually accept. We narrowed it down at this workshop to a set of 30.
We've gone back to where we were around a century ago. And what I'm trying to explain is why it is that we've done that. My key new way of seeing is to argue that this change in the boundary of firms, expansion in the 50s, contraction today, was the consequence of the changes in the setting of financial accounting standards that took place over this century.
The authors of those projects, the researchers on those projects, have come here. And the format of the workshop is they'll be given a short time to present their work, and then a much longer time in a roundtable session for development of their ideas, for some constructive criticism, not only from the editing team, but also from the other delegates to the workshop.
How do you know you get to the real obedience or disobedience? If you get more exposure to people, it's not just that you get more information, but very often the opposite information.
The New Ways of Seeing should promote a theme where people dare to be risky in their research and dare to push the field forward. And when I say push the field forward, it's pushing the frontiers of the field by looking maybe at other fields for inspiration.
How excited you are about your own theory, that you're ready to go that extra mile. The new ways of seeing and new ways of doing is really sort of getting out of the silos, getting out of what we have done in the past, and really charting into new territories and opening new horizons to really sort of change the way we have been thinking about management, change the way we have been thinking about existing theories that explain management phenomenon, and to really open the doors to sort of new and innovative ways of thinking.
I focused on the last mechanism, which is a relational agency approach.
We have a lot of responsibility in terms of both like keeping up the tradition, but also in making sure that it's accessible and that people can, publish their work of whatever the kind that is in terms of theoretical or methodological.
It's actually shift the focus from sense-making theory on the cognitive aspect, especially the cognitive mapping.
Some of the key elements that need to be there is of course novelty, so a novel way of seeing, novelty in terms of theoretical contribution, an interesting empirical context, and a compelling form of argument.
I'm trying to understand the process of the ecosystem building process and pick 2 cities.
I get a sense of, how do we move it to the next level? So for me personally, it was very useful to get the comments of the editors and of the other people.
You learn other people's research and also try to see their mistakes and kind of learn from that. Another important thing is that you have the opportunity to interact with a variety of people and kind of understand how you can improve your work.
I think it's really funny actually, because you present in 5 minutes and it just goes like, but actually when you're listening to other people's work, it's actually a really engaging, interesting, wonderful way to get insight very quickly into what everyone else is doing.
It was great to me to see such a variety of themes, and that also shows how our AMJ and how the work is really open to a variety of themes linked to management.
For many of us, the Academy is our home, and for as long as I can remember, the Academy of Management Journal has been a leader.
It's definitely the best journal in business research.
That's lovely. Go!